Hello, here's Maria Carmo. I'm here with Steve. We are going to talk today about the proposals for the project Catalyst. How are you?
I'm doing very well. How are you today, Maria?
I'm great. I'm so glad to be here with you so we can discuss a little bit and maybe help people. We have so many proposals, like blows my mind, almost 400.
Yeah, it's nuts, isn't it?
It is crazy. So I know you're a very experienced businessman and you have a very nice mindset when it comes to proposal and to help people. So I brought you here so we can talk to help all these people out there that want to come to the Catalyst project, right?
Goody.
So we are in the ideal scale. And when I came into I did my login, and what is supposed to put there before anything? What do you think is important information as a proposal?
Well, I think first thing, when you first create your account and log in there, a person should go in and fill out their profile a bit, provide a bit of a bio, um, some reference points, something to kind of establish who they are and things like that. And then the next thing that's available to us right now during this phase, it's explore the challenge phase,
Mhm.
is to just give random thoughts, perspectives, what our thoughts are about Catalyst and potentially about the tools that are provided to us, how we might go about communicating, those sorts of things. We're not actually, for Fund2, we're not actually entering proposals as yet. Um,
Okay.
I know that a lot of people, you said, almost 400. A lot of people are putting in proposals, and that may be, partially because it wasn't fully explained. It's an interesting part of what we deal with in Catalyst as it's evolving and becoming a better tool. We're not given a whole lot of guidance sometimes, just to let us wander around and maybe fall on better ways to do things. So I really
Perfect.
appreciate that, what we went through in Fund 1 and still kind of formulating here in Fund 2.
Yeah, just will ask people be a bit patient because we are building the democracy and the system voting, and we are making it better. So sometimes you find the problem. The problem will not always be there because we are improving. We did these improvements in Fund 1 as we did proposal and
Yep.
all of the stuff. There wouldn't be real money, but that moment now. Fund 2 will have real money and we need to know what to do. So Steve told me I came to the ideal scale. I put there my idea and people probably will comment and give likes or feedback. And could you tell us about the second phase, that's the ideate of the
Ideate,
project?
yes,
Ideate, yeah.
that's where we actually go ahead and put in our ideas, proposals that we're seeking funding for to do in answer to the challenge. So our challenge right now, and I don't have it right in front of me,
It
but
is bringing programmers to the Cardano blockchain. That will be
yes,
Pluto's malware, wouldn't be?
I beg your pardon?
What is the language that we should be challenging to tackle in this challenge? Because we want to programmers. What will be that language
Well,
they will?
we're looking for developers and entrepreneurs. So people who wish to build a business within the Cardano framework, the Cardano platform. So we're not necessarily only seeking developers here. You could be just a person who has an idea of something that you'd like to see built on Cardano, and you might come into here and actually meet developers or partner up with developers because of the idea that you put out there, if it's unique enough to attract attention. One of the things we saw in Fund 1 was this amazing collaboration where people just came together. I mean, I watched people in Europe working with people all over Africa and the United States and Canada and Australia, South America. It was amazing to see them all come together with, maybe they had slightly differing ideas of how to go about a common thread, but then they just made it happen. They came together, and real businesses were formed. So
do you remember how many proposals we have in Fund1?
I believe there were 57.
57.
Yeah. Now keep in mind that in Fund1, we did not have this very first phase where we were just exploring the challenge.
Yes, I was missing it.
Yes. Well, over time, we'll get to where the community actually defines what that challenge is going to be for the following fund. So, you know, initially IOHK set this one as, you know, we need to attract developers and entrepreneurs, business people in to build on Cardano. But we, you know, we could go anywhere with this challenge going forward. And this time around, we've got $250,000 worth of Ada that's available to be distributed to proposals, projects. Next time it's supposed to be more. Who knows how much, but we've got what, $60 million, $40 million, something. It's a large number that's in the treasury right now for this purpose.
So what you're saying is we're gonna have next rounds of funds, gonna be Fund 3, Fund 4, Fund 5. So sometimes you have an idea and your idea doesn't fit to solve the challenge. You need to keep your mind on the challenge. So you're gonna tackle it with your expertise or your ideas. And let's say you have an idea, really good idea, but doesn't really fit the challenge. Maybe your time will be the next fund. And don't worry, we'll all come around and maybe you're gonna have better or more ideas. So Steve, I'm going to ask you, what is the refine phase? That will be the third phase of the challenge.
So if I can just backtrack just a bit, during the ideate phase, during the phase where we're actually entering proposals, everyone who's in there, even proposer, other people who have ideas can comment on your proposal, and they can suggest ways that you might make it better, or that you might include information that would help it toward funding. And this is a really important thing, to get those comments and those things moved into your proposal where they're really accessible, because not everybody's going to go dig through all of the comments and replies to comments and replies to comments. So once you've gotten to where you've got all your comments, and I would suggest that you incorporate those into the proposal on the front page, so that is really crystal clear what you're looking to do, how much funding you need, how you're going to utilize that funding. All of those things need to be in there. And then we move into, and this typically is a 5-day kind of phase, 5, 6, 7 days for each phase. And then we move into the refinement phase. And during that stage, you know, we actually get a chance to express our interest in those ideas, and really help to refine them into something that can be almost ready to vote on.
Okay. And when we move on to the finalize stage, that will be the fourth one.
You mean what date?
No, the process. Just tell me about process. We're not going over dates, just the process.
Right.
That we get your idea there, you take into account all the comments and things that people said in your proposal, you make it in the refine phase, and then we go to the finalize. And how does it happen? The finalize phase.
You mean what activities go on in there?
Yes, what actually happened. Your proposal going to be locked, and some people, only the revisers can look at it and comment how it's happened.
Um, there are focus groups, I believe, that are there to help answer questions and help you to um, really flesh out the idea and refine it.
Okay. And how does the assess phase happen?
So within the Catalyst program, there are people who are proposers. They have an idea, and then there are community advisors. And the community advisors don't have any proposals. They don't have an idea that they're trying to find funding for. They're simply there to advise, help, and these are the folks who actually do the assessment of a proposal. Once it's gone through the refinement and the finalized stage, and we go to assess, then it's only the community advisors who are assessing, and they rate it on a 1 to 5 star rating, where they strongly disagree that it meets the challenge,
Mhm.
or strongly disagree that it isn't feasible, or strongly agree. So it's 1 to 5. And then the review process actually requests comments to be made. So what's the reasoning for the rating that you gave this thing? And there are 3 aspects that are looked at.
Mhm.
All right, so it's impact, feasibility, and what is the other one? Please forgive me. Uh, feasibility. Okay, feasibility, auditability, and impact. So, so we're asked to give an idea of what it would take within this proposal to move it to a 5. A strongly agree that it meets the feasibility requirements, it meets the auditability requirements, and it meets the impact requirements for the current challenge.
Will I have access to this information that you're putting on my proposal, or is just internal information? The proposal, we have access to that information that you're writing?
Yes, yes. That
Okay.
information needs to be, wait a minute, I could be incorrect about that, because in Fund 1, we weren't able to see that.
Yeah, it's why I'm asking how it will
Yeah.
happen.
Um, it's, I'm not certain about that. That would be a good question for Door. If the intent is to open that up. The unfortunate thing is, and I think that I can kind of answer it, because at this point, we've already finalized. You should
Yes.
have already assimilated all of that information, and there would be no reason. Otherwise, we're just going back and we're reiterating again.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to have access to this information. It's just for the method
Right.
to go to the app. So
Right.
all the proposals goes to the voting app. For example, if I got
Correct.
1 star, or if I got 2 stars, if I got 4 stars, all of them goes to the app, let's say.
That's true. Yes.
So, and when I'm voting in the app and I see that stars, should that stars tell me something? Because I know some people will look at the proposals because of their friend's proposal. You know what I mean? So loads the 1 star could have loads the vote, and sometimes loads the 5 stars could have less vote. What do you think?
Well, there is a possibility to game the system, I would imagine. You could say that, because somebody could be very, very popular on, social media, or, Telegram channels or whatever, and maybe they got a low assessment, but they're able to really drum up support in the the general public, the general Cardano holders who are voting.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you know, that's possible. That's possible.
Have you used the app? Did you like it?
I liked it a lot. I made a couple of suggestions about how we may improve it. And interestingly enough, several people responded to Door, and there's a lot of overlap of improvements that are requested within the voting app. The cool thing about it is these are early days. We get to make this so much better, and it's very good at this point. The way that it works on the mobile phone is actually very good. Personally, I would love to be able to see the assessment notes, the comments that were made along with the rating, because that would help me.
Okay, I'm just gonna tell a little bit. When you are in the app, you have all the proposals. These proposals have stars and you vote them if the way you want. And if you don't know much about it, you can click and you can find out more information about these proposals. So you always can read more and find more information about it. The only thing we are doing in this meeting is to clarify a few questions for you that would like to do a proposal on Catalyst. I think this is all that we need to know and clarify for people. This phase is how it's going to happen, because I thought wasn't clear because of the questions people are asking Telegram. And also we have a Telegram Catalyst Fund2. If you want to enjoy us, we'll be there. More than happy to answer your questions and your doubts and everything. So I think
are you going to put the link to the Telegram group in the show notes when you post this?
Yeah, I can put the link for the Telegram post there. Yeah, it's a good idea. So would you like to give any more information or add anything else?
I'm good. Thanks for asking me to come on here. I hope that I didn't ramble on too much. I tend to do that.
I think we kind of tackle a few questions that people are asking and tell them a little bit the phases, because everybody seems to be a little bit confused what to do, because we tell demo is just in 23rd of September, but people are, no, I put my proposal there. It's not just in 23rd of September, but it is, because the proposal is bigger and you have much more details to fill in.
Correct, and keep in mind that on the 23rd, all of these that have been entered so far will just be archived away. And we'll start like with a blank slate for Fund2. Now you'll still be able to see your other things that you entered, but we're going to start with a blank slate and we'll be starting. And so if you did put in a proposal already and you've gotten kudos and things like that, and comments, you might very well want to incorporate all of those comments and everything when you do the proposal. Just give you a leg up.
Could you tell us very briefly about what is the kudo means when we are there?
So it's just a way to kind of give a thumbs up. Hey, I liked what you said, or this is a really good idea. You know, in a lot of aspects, it can become kind of a vanity popularity kind of thing. If a person isn't careful, you can get where you're looking. Did I get kudos today? Did I get kudos? When instead of concentrating on how can I best improve my proposal and my chances toward funding.
Or just ask people that, if, let's say we're not a proposal, you're just a visitor who look into the proposal, you can ask questions for the people that put the proposal there that make their proposals better, isn't
Absolutely.
it? And this person that doing the suggestions also could get kudos from the communities and thumbs up, isn't it?
You bet. You bet.
So listen, thank you very much to be here and explain all this for me. And I hope to see you soon in the next meeting.
All righty. Thank you, Maria. I appreciate it.
See you. Thank you very much.
Bye.